Okay, so at the call-out event that we went to in North Carolina, I had this pulley right here on the car. It's a 69mm pulley. It is the smallest that they offer for this car. And basically what happened was this was putting a little bit too much boost through the car, and I was maxing out my fuel system and everything like that. So I went ahead and got a bigger pulley by a little bit, just a 72mm pulley. But unfortunately, the guy that's putting it on the car right now, he's at like the last steps of putting the car together, and he says that he cannot get that pulley on the Supercharger snout. So more scratches. You can barely see all right here. Hopefully my guy Jeremy is going to hook me up with getting it all fixed. So everything is almost done. He said that all they're waiting on now is to put the intake tube on. They have to put the radiator fans in and hook up all the hoses, but everything is pretty much done. They obviously have to just connect the battery, and that's it. It's getting there. We're gonna go grab some chicken. They're taking a break from working on the car. They need some food, as do we. We have not eaten yet, so we're gonna run inside and eat real quick. Okay.
64. We'll
be back in a minute. All right, see y'all.
Still there.
So right now we're on our way back home. We've got to go pick up some E85. What the hell? We've got to go pick up some E85 because the car is low on fuel after the track event. After we get home and pick up the E85 that I have at the house, we need to go run by the parts store and grab an oil filter for the new engine. Also grab some oil and some coolant, and we're gonna fill all the fluids back up in the motor, and it will be good for its first startup. He told me by the time that we get back with everything, he will be just ready to pour everything in and start it up. So they don't have that. They told me that they don't have that much left, so by the time that we get back, they will be ready to go and get its first startup. So we'll be there to witness the first startup on the new motor, and I can't wait. Oh my, can't wait. First stop down, we had to pick up some E85 for the car. I had a little bit of coolant left over, but right now we're on our way to the parts store. We've got to go pick up an oil filter, a lot of oil, 8 quarts to be exact, and also 16 quarts of coolant for the car. So this is about to get pretty expensive. I'm just gonna go with Mobil 1. It's pretty much like a decent-ish full synthetic, so. 10 quarts of Mobil 1, now I need 16 quarts of coolant. 8, 12, and 16. Ah.
You can put them on me. But as long
Let's see, 10 plus 16, so 26 quarts of fluid later. I believe that we have everything that we need for the car finally to get started up for the first time. It's time to go start this thing up for the first time with the new motor. This is gonna be pretty crazy. I'm glad that we finally have everything to get started because I really wanted to be there to see the first startup, so this is awesome. Now we are on our way back to the shop to get everything finished up. We're looking at 30 minutes until we get there, so I will talk to you guys when we arrive.
Nope. Shows us only at 51%. I'm gonna have to let it sit here for an hour or so to charge. Because what we gotta do, you wanna turn it over for like 10 seconds.
Right.
Like 5, 6, 7 times.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna hang out here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, we'll be back. I got this set on the faster charge, so hopefully it won't be too long.
Yeah, alright. I'm not gonna mess with it. Basically, the first thing that you have to do whenever you're breaking in a motor is just have the motor turning over a few times to get the motor primed up and get oil through it. Just because you don't want to start up the motor, obviously metal on metal contact with no oil pushed in there yet. So we're going to build up oil pressure by just cranking it over a few times without actually letting it start. And after we get all that, then we should be hopefully good to give it its first startup. We just filled it up with all the fluids, filled it with oil, filled it with all the coolant, everything. So after the battery is charged, then we will be good to go. Everybody else just gets to go to the pump, fill up, but we don't have the 85 anywhere near here. The closest station is like 45 minutes away. So I have to buy a bunch of these VP Moto or VP Racing jugs and fill them up with the 85, and this is what we have to do every time I need gas in this car. Get every bit that she's got. Almost there, man. We are at the literal last steps of getting this thing started. What is that?
Sounds like it's coming from right in here.
I'm telling you, that sounds like that exact noise it was making.
It's not good.
That's that exact noise.
Where's that one coming from?
Like
Supercharger.
somewhere right here on the supercharger. Ready?
Yeah. Same noise.
Yeah, that is for sure exact same. That's exactly what it was doing. Whenever I told you it was ticking, it wasn't knocking, it was ticking.
Try and get more roll in it. See this one? a head start. I was just thinking the oil pressure it wasn't getting enough from just slowly turning over. You really got to get that oil pump spinning, you know.
I'm not kidding. Oh,
Yeah, had to.
that was easily the scariest moment that I've ever felt in my life. I almost could have probably popped a tear or two out right there.
Yeah.
I can't even believe that. What the hell? That was the scariest thing ever. I'm so serious. That was hands down the most upset I think I've ever been. I don't know what it was or what fixed it, but he says that he thinks it was just lacking oil pressure from being a brand new motor, and it was just maybe just knocking a little bit or tapping a little bit, but once we started it up, it corrected itself once we got oil pressure, so. It sounds perfect. Like it's not even ticking at all. The smell of new motor is unlike anything ever. That smells great. As soon as it starts raining, that's whenever you know this car is coming back. It always rains every single time.
When is that first?
See if it's gonna clear. This car is so low. Yep, that's it. And we are out. Oh my God. Yes! Woo! Oh my gosh, this feels so crazy driving this again. Honestly, being back in this car feels almost surreal. It's crazy. We just came back from North Carolina a month ago with a blown motor and just so many things going wrong all at once. And I know a lot of you guys have really been waiting for this to be back, and finally we are here and we have it back. Sometimes in life you have to take a step back, but after a step back there's always a big sprint forward, and that's what we're starting right now. I'm just really glad that I got to take you guys along with me for this crazy ride that this has been.
Die.